This is the 3 big steps. This is part 3. This is part 3. I'm going to recap just a little bit and then we're going to go into tonight's material. I told you before now that life is a journey. Life is a journey. Therefore, the joy of life is not in accomplishments, but in movement. The joy of life is not in accomplishment, but in movement. To keep moving forward in life, I told you there are 3 big steps that you have to keep taking. To keep moving forward, there are 3 big steps you have to keep taking. They are what? Step out, step in, and step up. Step out, step in, and step up. Okay, we've talked about step out. We've talked about step in. Tonight, our focus is on step out. Or rather, our focus is on step up. I'm sorry for that. Our focus is on step up. But let me remind you and then recap for the benefit of those who are joining us for the first time. I said to step out is to move from where you have been to where you need to be. To step out is to move from where you have been to where you need to be. Or let me say it in another way. To step out is to move out of your comfort zone into your stretch zone. You remember that statement I love to make. If it is not stretching you, it is not helping anybody. If it is not stretching you, it is not helping anybody. So to step out is to move out of your comfort zone into your stretch zone. Now, to step in is to move into a new environment or field, okay, and to thrive there. To step in is to move into a new environment, a new space, or a new field of endeavor and to thrive there. And that was our focus last Wednesday. And I told you that to step in, okay, I gave you 5 suggestions. I made 5 suggestions last week, okay, for you to step in successfully. I told you to define your next level clearly. I told you to research it. That's number 2. Research it. Find out everything you can about that new level. Number 3, I told you to locate your elevator. Locate your elevator. Who is an elevator? An elevator is an insider who is already successful in your new space and who is strategically positioned to pull you in. I told you because nobody really steps up in life. Everybody gets pulled up. And I told you again that your mentor is not the person who advises you. Your mentor is the person whose advice you follow. So if you want to maintain a good relationship with elevators, you want to make sure you follow their advice. And then number 4, I told you to blend in. People easily accept and embrace somebody who is like them. Similarity gives you acceptance. So I said if you step into a new space or to moving into a new space, you have to look like them, sound like them, speak like them, dress like them, okay? Master their culture and their ethics because similarity will give you acceptance. But the moment you have settled in, then you have to stand out. Why? Because similarity will give you acceptance, but it is uniqueness that leads to success. I told you last week that your difference is your leverage. Today we are talking about step up. That's the 3rd step, step up. But before we do that, allow me to lay this foundation. You see, in life, there are cycles, there are seasons, and there are levels. There are cycles, there are seasons, and there are levels. When I say cycles, I'm talking about days, months, years. When I say season, I mean a block of time most suitable for certain outcomes. So there are days, nights, there are days, months, years. Those are cycles. They come and go, they come and go, they come and go. Now, a block of time that is most suitable for a specific outcome is a season. You've got to be sensitive to seasons because if you miss a season, you will have to wait until it comes again. Okay. And there are some opportunities that come once in a lifetime. So you want to be sensitive to your seasons. Now, there are levels. Okay. A new level or a higher level feels the same, sometimes looks the same like a previous level. But what makes it a higher level is that it features greater proportions of what obtains on a lower level. A higher level features greater proportions of what obtains at a lower level. So a person at level 1, say, earns 150. Okay, the person goes to work every day. The person has to be punctual. The person has to think. But the person on level 5 earns perhaps maybe 500,000, has to think more critically. Okay, has to stay a bit longer. So more is required of you at a higher level, and then a higher level produces more results or gives you greater returns. Now listen to this. To maximize your cycles and your seasons, you have to master the fine art of stepping in and stepping out. Stepping in and stepping out, and of course stepping up. Stepping in, stepping out, stepping up. Stepping in, stepping out, stepping up. It almost looks like what I like to call the dance of success. You have to be rhythmic about it. You have to know when you step in, when you step out, and when you step up. But listen, to change levels, you must master step up. Step out, step in, okay, will maximize cycles and seasons. But for you to change levels, you must master step up. And that's why I want to talk about step up today. That is why I have saved it for last. Now listen, until you step up, you may never see the need to step out or step in. Now this is crucial. I'm going to take time today to explain step up, but it is the most important step of all. Listen, some people may never need to step out. Some people have already stepped into the space or the field where they are supposed to invest the rest of their life. But one step each and every one of us must continue to take is step up. So until you step up, sometimes you don't see the need to step out, or you don't see the need to step in. That is why step up is very, very important. Now, what do I mean by step up? To step up is to take responsibility for your own evolution. To step up is to take responsibility for your own evolution. When I say evolution, I honestly mean continuous improvement. Continuous improvement. To step up is to take responsibility for your continuous improvement or your evolution. You remember I told you a couple of weeks ago, you are a seed. You are a creature of immense potential and endless possibilities. What does that mean? You have the capacity to keep growing until you exit the earth. You have the capacity to keep growing until you exit the earth. Okay, let me pause a little bit and talk to somebody. You may be in a tough season, or you may be facing challenges right now, or you feel like you are at the end of your rope, or you feel, I don't know what to do. I have done everything I can do. No, you have done everything you know, but there is a lot you have not been able to do. You've got to realize, this is something you've got to say to yourself over and over again. I am a seed. I am a creature of immense potential. I am a creature of endless possibilities. There is nothing like a dead end in life for me. I'm going to keep growing. You have that capacity. You have that ability. If you stop growing now, it is because you chose to stop growing, not because you cannot keep growing. Okay? The way you were designed, you have the capacity to keep growing until you exit the earth. Now, when it comes to your growth, please, you need to take note. You have to take responsibility for your growth, not because people don't want to help you, but it is because nobody will do for you what you are not willing to do for yourself. Nobody will do for you what you are not willing to do for yourself. I'm going to make that statement in different ways so that you can understand it. Let me say it again. Nobody will do for you, okay, what you are not willing to do for yourself, or more than what you are willing to do for yourself. So let me say it to you in another way. How much you invest in yourself will determine how much others will invest in you. So you want to focus on your own evolution. You want to intentionally continue to invest in yourself, because nobody will invest in you what you are not willing to invest in yourself. Let's say it in another way. People won't respond to your problems as much as they will respond to your potential. People will not respond to your problems as much as they will respond to your potential. Another statement I love to make is that people will help you succeed when it becomes apparent that you are likely to succeed without their help. What makes that possible? It is self-investment. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. Listen to this other statement. The best way to reward all your stakeholders is to grow. The best way to reward all your stakeholders is to grow. I was thinking about this, presentation I was going to make this evening, and then it dawned on me. When a player gets better, everybody wins. Okay? When a player gets better, everybody wins. So when I'm talking about your stakeholders, I'm talking about the God who created you. I'm talking about your family. I'm talking about your mentors. I'm talking about your friends. I'm talking about your colleagues. I'm talking about your subordinates and your followers. When you grow, everybody benefits. Okay? Everybody benefits. That is the reason why you have to keep investing in yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Nobody will do for you more than you have done for yourself or more than you are willing to do for yourself. I say it in another way. Nobody is going to take you farther than you are willing to go. How are they going to know how far you are willing to go? They are going to see how far you have come by yourself. Okay? How far you have come by yourself. How much effort you are making in becoming better will determine what any other person is willing to do to help you become better. Okay? That's the focus tonight. To step up is to take responsibility for your evolution, for your continuous improvement. Now, I got just 3 suggestions to make tonight. Okay? This is how you step up. There are just 3 suggestions I'm going to make tonight. But before we do that, I'm going to challenge you to go to my YouTube channel. A couple of weeks ago, we did a study, okay, titled To Be Your Best, okay, part 1 to 4. The videos are available on my YouTube channel, or if you want just the audio experience, you can get it also on my SoundCloud page, okay. To Be Your Best, you go to SoundCloud and search for Segun, okay, or you go to YouTube, search for Segun, okay, and of course, when you are there, please subscribe to my channel, okay, share the link with your friends and loved ones, but watch those videos. A lot of what I would have said tonight, we said in that teaching, To Be Your Best, part 1 to 4. Okay, I'm just going to make some additional suggestions tonight, but believe you me, that teaching has everything. So let's get down to work. This is how you step up. Number 1, commit to continuous learning. Commit to continuous learning. This is how you step up. Commit to continuous learning. Why do I say that? It is because if you don't stop learning, you will not stop growing. If you don't stop learning, you will not stop growing. The law of expansion, okay? I would also highly recommend John Maxwell's book, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. It is a book that will shift your game, that will help you grow as a person, as a leader, or whatever it is that you are doing. In that book, the law of expansion says that growth always increases your capacity. Growth always increases your capacity. Okay, experts have said that a lot of people use just about 10% of their capacity. That a lot of us use just about 10% of our capacity. Now, if that assertion is true, my question is, what is your potential for growth? Your potential for growth is a whopping 90%. Excuse me. Your potential for growth is 90%. Think about it. Right now, according to some researchers, you are using just about 10% of your installed capacity. So your potential for growth is huge. Your potential for growth is enormous. What is the advice I have for you this evening? It is that you should design a personal growth routine and stick with it till you see results. So this is what I've seen with a lot of people. It is either they don't have a personal growth routine. They've heard about it severally, but they have not done anything about it. When I say a personal growth routine, you will sit down, you will ask yourself, what are the things I need to do to grow? Which area of my life requires increase, requires a stretch in capacity? What am I going to do to stretch? And then you will itemize it. How am I going to go about it? You will define it. Okay? And then you will stick with it until you see results. So some people don't have a personal growth routine, or some people, secondly, are not consistent with their personal growth routine. This is what I found out about us human beings. Our transformation happens in slow motion. So you want to make sure you are consistent. You want to make sure you stick with it until you see results. I remember years ago as a teenager, I decided to study every book of John C. Maxwell on leadership. And believe you me, there's absolutely nothing he has taught on leadership that I have not read. But it took about some 15 to 20 years before it began to dawn on me that those principles have become a part of my life. 15 to 20 years. So if you design a personal growth routine, it's not enough to design it. Okay, design is beautiful. It's inspiring when you design, but when you stick with it for a very long time, you can say to yourself, I'm going to listen to podcasts every time I commute. Then you've got to stick with it. Okay, the day is going to come, you close from work, you feel a little bit tired, you feel like listening to music radio. You say to yourself, no, I've got to listen to my podcast. I've got to read the book I'm supposed to read. You can challenge yourself to say, I will read one book every month, one new book every month. But you've got to stick with it for a very, very long time. Let me encourage you with the words of Brian Tracy. He said, continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. Continuous learning is the requirement for success in any field. What does that tell us? If I continue to learn, I will continue to grow. If I continue to grow, I will definitely change levels. See, it is growth that gets you to the point where it dawns on you, I need to step out. It is growth that lets you know I have exhausted all the possibilities in this space. I need to move to another space. It is growth that will let you have the qualities, okay, like humility, okay, courage to step into a field you have never been in before. So it is growth that makes all of those things possible. It is growth that would, enable you to interface, okay, and do business and do life with people who are different from you. If you can only relate with or deal with people who are similar to you, you will not go very far in life. But it is stepping up that helps you grow, that helps you become a better version of yourself. What are we talking about? Today we are talking about stepping up. Stepping up means what? To take responsibility for your evolution, to take responsibility for your continuous improvement. And I said I have 3 suggestions. The first one is to commit to continuous learning. This is the second one. Commit to challenging tasks. Okay? Commit to challenging tasks. Why do I suggest this? Because challenging tasks will stretch your mind and sharpen your skills. Challenging tasks will stretch your mind and sharpen your skills. You see, I believe a lot in training. I do a lot of training, but this is what I have realized. The best way to develop people is to give them responsibility. The best way to develop people is to give them responsibility. Therefore, the best way to develop is to commit yourself to challenging tasks. Embrace challenging tasks. This is what I found out. Challenges are the access to higher levels. Okay, challenges, they are the access points to higher levels. The only way people are going to know that you are capable of more than what you are doing right now is that you are going to be given more than what you are doing right now to do. If you execute it well, then you see, people don't see potential, they see performance to determine potential. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. If you are currently on level 2, but you commit yourself to, challenges of level 4, if you can solve a level 4 problem, that is when the level 6 person sees that you are no longer a level 2 person, so the person will promote you to level 4. So challenges are access points to higher level. I'm reminded of the story of David and Goliath. See, David was a shepherd boy, okay? As a shepherd, he was useful to his father. As a minstrel who played music, he was good at playing music. He was useful to the king. But when he took out Goliath, he became useful to the nation. Okay? He became useful to the nation. That is the reason why you want to embrace what? Challenging tasks. This is what I found out. Promotion in life is always a reward for problems solved. So if you want promotion, you don't run away from problems. This is how you step up. You commit to challenging tasks. You say to yourself, nothing is impossible. Nothing is difficult. Okay, if somebody else has done it, I can do it. Even if nobody has done it before, I can do it. Okay, and then number 3, this is where I'm going to round up this evening. If you want to step up, you commit to pulling others up. Okay, commit to pulling others up. This is important. Listen, of all the suggestions I'm making today, in my opinion, this is the most important one. Commit to pulling others up. Why? Nothing reveals your need for continuous improvement like taking responsibility for the success of others. This is interesting. Nothing reveals your need for continuous improvement like taking responsibility for the success of others. Let me give you an example. So I teach every Wednesday. And because I teach every Wednesday, I prepare ahead of time. Sometimes it dawns on me, for me to continue to have something to share, it means I have to learn. If I don't keep learning, one day it will be time to share and I will have nothing to share. So embracing responsibility to share with others has revealed to me my necessity or my need for learning. Okay. And I have been doing that. Okay. Repeatedly. I learn every day. I learn every day because it dawns on me. It's like living. Okay. You have to breathe in. Okay. So that you can breathe out. You've got to breathe in so that you can breathe out. Anybody who continues to breathe out without breathing in, one of these days will be laid to rest. And that's what happens to a lot of people. Okay. They give out, they share they take responsibility, okay, but they don't allow the gap. You see the gap immediately. The moment you want the people you are leading, the people you are responsible for to move to another level, you will see your own need to move to another level. This is also what I found out. Nothing contributes to your growth like the process of training others. Okay, the best way to master a subject is to teach it. So first, you embrace responsibility for the success of others. The moment you do that, you see your need to become a better person, your need to grow, your need to learn. Now, as you take responsibility and as you teach other people, okay, you actually master the things that you think you know. So I read about leadership, I learned about leadership, but I did not understand leadership very well until I started teaching leadership. That's why I say that nothing contributes to your growth like the process of training others. And number 3, nothing is as fulfilling as helping others find their way and becoming better versions of themselves. Nothing is as fulfilling, okay, as helping other people discover themselves, find their way in life, and becoming better versions of themselves. In my opinion, parenting and mentoring are the most valuable investments anybody can make in life. Parenting and mentoring. So if you want to step up, you've got to do what? You've got to take responsibility for the success of others. Our focus tonight has been stepping up, and I've given you 3 suggestions. Commit yourself to continuous learning, commit yourself to challenging tasks, and commit yourself to pulling others up. Allow me to rest it there tonight. Next week, Wednesday, we're going to move to a brand new subject. It's going to be a beautiful time. Next week, Wednesday, I want to start teaching on what I call 360-degree relationships. It's going to be a marvelous time. It's going to be beautiful. You will enjoy it. Do me a favor, share the video with your friends, share with your loved ones. And next week, Wednesday, join me right here, either on Instagram Live or on MixLR, and let's have a good time together. Thank you and have a beautiful evening. God bless you.